All right, so no matter what happens, keep uploading. If you want to build an online business that makes money while you sleep, I'm going to tell you the most amazing things that have impacted my life. Okay. I've literally, this is going to sound almost dark, but trust me, I've literally left funerals, cried, and then pulled myself together and made YouTube videos and uploaded them. That probably sounds really bad. I've literally been sick in bed and somehow peel myself out of bed and make YouTube videos. I have wedding anniversary with my wife. And then she's like, I don't know, on a phone call or something afterward, our wedding anniversary, and I will go sneak off and make a YouTube video and upload it. I have been stressed out of my mind and made YouTube videos. Here's my point. No matter what happens, keep uploading. If you want to be successful online, in my opinion, okay, so if you wait till you feel right, the video's not going up. If you wait till you have the time, the video's not going up. If you wait for the video to be perfect, it's not going up. If you wait for it to be all structured and edited properly, it's going to take a long time, and it'll slow down the video going up. So I am so glad that over the last decade, I kept uploading thousands and thousands of videos. I've uploaded, at this point, over 25,000 pieces of content, and about actual videos, like YouTube videos, about 5,000, maybe 4,500. And so every video you upload is a little tiny piece of digital real estate. And once in a while, a video will blow up. And then when you learn how to promote your books, your coaching, you got ads running, you might wrote a book, an ebook, an audiobook, you have a coaching program, an online course, you might have affiliates or brand deals, all these little different tiny ways you can monetize. They're all going to just produce peanuts, right? But at some point, something is going to pop, and then it's going to make you, hundreds, then thousands of dollars a month, or maybe more. And so then there will be a time where you are so tied down with the things that are going on in your life, where there might be a 3-month period or a 6-month period where you're just stuck taking care of other people, and you don't have time to upload videos regularly because you just can't. Like, real life hits. And then when that money is flowing in from all that hard work you put in, all the times when your friend who was in a band invited you to go to his band and you didn't go because you made YouTube videos, the times when your friends invited you to go out to eat and you didn't because you made YouTube videos, the times when you could have, went to the fireworks or the New Year's Eve party or the 4th of July party or whatever, and you didn't because you made YouTube videos. It's really kind of sad because I think there's very few people that figure out and are genius enough and have the career path set up where they figured out how to make a lot of money early on, and they're already set in their career path. They work their 40 hours a week, they make a lot of money, and they can attend all the family events, all the parties, and they just do everything, and they're happy. Most people who have an amazing social life that I'm aware of don't really make a lot of money because they're always doing all these social things all the time. The most successful people I know have a very tight circle. They're very family oriented, but it's all about putting their time eggs in the basket of running their business. And so you make a lot of sacrifice, and in the long run, like, how about this? In my personal life, in the past 30 days, we'll have about $6,000 in vet bills just for our dog and cats have been in the vet. We've had some pretty traumatic things go on with It's completely separate, non-related issues. But our dog happened to be in a vet overnight. Our loving Miko that I love so much, and luckily he's okay. It was $3,300. Then our cat was in the vet, $550. Then our other cat needed surgery. It was a couple grand. And now our cat is in the vet again overnight. Twice. It's going to be about $3,000. So maybe we're looking at about $7,000 in a 30-day period. I've literally talked to people now listen to what I'm saying, because I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm talking about money here. Who said, well, I would just put the dog down. I can't afford that. Or I would just put the cat down. There comes a time when you have to just know when it's time. Okay, so I've literally watched my dog recover. My dog is my best friend. He's my family member, and I love him. He's Miko. Where if we didn't have the money, when the vet said, you're going to have to put him down, as we know, do whatever you can do, and we pay the money sustained our dog's lives. So I'm not saying anything about you. I'm just saying it's weird. If you have $1 million in the bank and somebody you love dearly is sick, and you spend $1 million to keep them alive, and then they get well and they're alive another 20 years. If you didn't have that money, so that's a dark place to go. I don't want to go there, because it's a very weird thing, like time and money. Because this is going to sound dark, whatever, I'm going down this rabbit hole now. When you sacrifice all of your time in relationships to get money, so therefore you can take care of everybody and everything around you, you're the bad person, because you sacrificed to get the money, yet you're paying, and the money is saving everything, right? But it's not looked at that way. It's like, but then if you don't have the money and you have so it just depends on like this. Here's my point. I'll sum this up. This world demands that you figure out how to have the money and the time, and you better figure out how to create both, or otherwise, I don't know. I didn't want to go there, man. So that's why building an online business is so important. Now, there's one thing that I haven't told you. It's very important that I actually say this caveat, because you might be frustrated watching this. I saw this when I was about 18. I saw all this stuff clearly. I'm 42 now, okay? I'm 42. If I was born on April 7th, 83, 93, 2003, 2013, 2023. April of 24. April of 25. I can't believe I'm 42. Oh, the last decade was just spent working. It was a blur. But here's my point. It took me 20 years of grinding and hustling to figure out how to build multiple streams of income. And some of it's like residual income. I put off a lot of things, and very important, critical things that would make a person be happy. And I love God. I've been reading, that's not going to make sense, but I read the Bible every night before I go to bed. I'm reading the Bible 15 months straight every night, except for I was reading the Old Testament, and I was like, whoa. And so I skipped a couple nights, but then I'm in the New Testament right now. I love my wife, and I'm really striving to make sure I put God and my wife first in front of my business and stuff. It's like, so, but with that, aside from those few important critical things, I don't have much of a personal life. It's just work, because I understand that it takes so much hustle and grit. You can make money doing something that you absolutely hate and just go work for somebody else and work your way up the corporate ladder and just pretend that you like what you do and lie to yourself. If you don't like what you do, you can lie to yourself and tell yourself you like it and say, hey, I'm doing it because... Like, I knew a man once who worked 32 years in a shop, like a tool and die, fab shop or something. I said, bro, how did you work in a shop for 30 years? I tried that when I was like 18, 19, 20, and I couldn't do it. How did you do it for 30 years? He's like, I had a family to feed, period. I said, yeah, but how did you work in a shop for 30 years, like 60 hours a week? He said, I had a family to feed, period. I was like, whoa. And by all exterior means, people will go, oh, he's a good man, he's a noble man, and he is. That's amazing. If you raise your family, you take care of your family, and they all turn out well, and you sacrifice, you are from the outside a good man. But on the inside, you could literally die of misery, and nobody will give a shit. Nobody cares how happy you are. They don't care if you're living your passion or you're completely miserable. You have to care, because if this is all my point. If a man or a woman, but if a person, if you work your entire life 100, not 99, but 100% of your life, aside from doing the physical necessities of like making sure you feed your body and brush your teeth and shower so you're clean, so you don't gross other people out with BO. But if you spend 100% of your energy just constantly taking care of your family and your household and making sure everybody that you love is constantly taken care of, listen to this, and you never, ever, 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 ever your whole life had a single hobby or a single, follow me here, you never had a single hobby or a single passion at all. Nobody even, like you did everything to make everybody else happy all the time, 100% of your life, you just gave it away every single hour, every single minute, and every single second. You never did a thing for yourself. Like no hobbies, no working out, no swimming, no playing pool, no bicycling. You didn't have art, you didn't paint, you didn't do music, nothing. And you just gave it all to the people you love all the time. You know what people would say? Even if you were secretly miserable, they would go, wow, he was such a great man. He was a good man. He was a good man. It wouldn't even occur to them. They would never even say, like, are you happy? Like, didn't you ever do anything for yourself? Did it? Because if you do, you're a selfish man or a woman. You're selfish. So did you ever do anything? So here's my point. How could you live your life so you're just happy giving away all your time and energy and serving other people? Because that's really the pathway to make everybody else happy and to make money and to, because now I'm going to come to think of it. I guess I just live in this world where people who do things for themselves are basically from other people's perspective. I don't want to go there. That's negative. I guess I'm going down a rabbit hole here. Sorry, I messed up this whole video. I think that the people who are very successful that you look at or you admire, and people on like social media, behind closed doors, their family probably thinks they're a piece of shit. Why? Because if they're on a YouTube video or they're like running some successful company and you're like, wow, they're so amazing. Wow, they're so amazing. Every minute they're doing that, they're not giving time to their family, right? They're doing it all for their family. Maybe they are. The penalty of success Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. If you look at somebody who's like, I don't know, in the most extreme case, like a famous actor, or a famous singer, or a traveling musician, or somebody who has a huge YouTube, or somebody who has a big company and they're on Forbes magazine, anybody who's like so successful that it's just like outstanding, has a lot of responsibility and a lot to juggle. It's just amazing to me how some people make such clear, like I have some friends that are freaking multi-deca millionaires. They're very successful and they just make a lot of decisions quickly, and they make so many right decisions. They like know exactly who they are, what they want, where they're going, what they're doing, why they're doing it. They got it all figured out, and it just works. And they're probably just not even mentioning all their failures. And I'm just going to say it. I won't say any names because you could just, I'm not thinking of anybody specific either. But think of like people you see on social media that they're smiling, like the husband owns some crazy successful business and he has like a huge family. And and he's speaking here and speaking there. Then he's on this cover of this magazine, and then he's doing this, and then throwing this big live event. There's thousands of people. Like, it's a big internet online guru type thing, and plus they own businesses, and they do all these things. You can't be all those places and do all those things and be a puppet for all these people and be totally present with your family unless you strategically block out big chunks of time where you shut off everything and you've got people handling everything and you're just totally present with your family. Like being at the dinner table with your family is extremely important. Unless they're like just somehow doing it all. Here's what I think. There's been times in my own life where I've been so on the ball, like doing everything. The money's flowing in. I'm making great decisions. I'm at the dinner table and on date night with my wife. I'm showing up to all the family events and everything's just like, I feel like I'm flying. Everything is working. Everybody's happy. I'm happy. I'm showing up in all the right ways. And then there's other times where you put in all that same effort and nothing is working. Everything's blowing up in your face. Things are failing. The decision you thought was right blows up, loses money. Everybody's mad at you. And you're like, what is going on? Same person, same intention, same output. Same input, totally different output or throughput, whatever. So, are you strong enough to weather the hard seasons? And basically, truthfully, all these people are just putting on a highlight reel. They're just smiling on social media, and they're not telling you the bad news. You know why? Because if you tell people the negative or the bad news about the hard times, they're just going to swoop in and criticize you and judge you and tell you how to live your life. So you actually have to, this is like 5 different videos in one. You actually have to just show the highlight reel. You can't afford to show, especially if you're selling stuff online, advice, coaching, consulting, courses. I have a lot of friends that do social media, and so I've learned a lot of lessons. I have a friend, very successful. He was just having a bad day. So he thought he would share that on social media because he just wanted to be transparent. He wanted to help people. People jumped all over him and attacked him. And he told me, he's like, bro, you could be literally just having a bad hour. And you put that on the internet and people think that's how your life is all day, every day. It's like just a snapshot in time, but then it becomes like it's online for infinity and people think that's your whole life. So you, unfortunately, and it makes me upset and it really hurt me. It was like a moral dilemma and it emotionally ripped me apart because I started this journey out wanting to completely tell the absolute truth about all my emotions, my goods, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like when I was going through a hard time. And even though it attracted a lot of people, I learned very quickly that if you're going through a hard time, all of a sudden people are like, why should I listen to this guy? This guy's out of his mind. If he's like, why should I buy this guy's? And it will crush and tank your whole business. And then you just look like this person online who's like, can't keep their act together. So here's my point. A lot of people that you look up to on the internet, or you might even, which you should not have envy of anybody, but if you are feeling envy towards some people, or like, how do they do that? Those people behind closed doors, they're probably up till 4 o'clock in the morning arguing with their spouse over some issue. They just cried at a funeral. They're having freaking some type of mental health issue over a parent who was an alcoholic and they're going to therapy. You have no idea what these people are going through. So don't compare yourself to any of them. If you're waking up, putting one foot in front of the other, and you're trying every day, and you're just getting better, a little bit better each day, I mean, you're going to win in this game, because 80% of success is showing up. So you just keep showing up, putting in the reps and the iterations. All right. I'm really inspired. We're getting over this heat wave in Michigan. It's been like 90 to 100 degrees for like 4 months straight. And my studio has been so hot, even with the air conditioning on, I can't even use it. And the air conditioning is so loud, you can hear it on the video. So I'm going to be putting my studio back together soon. I'm going to have amazing cinematography and lighting and cameras. It's going to be like, I'm going to launch my own kind of show again. So my big YouTube channel just hit 167,000 subscribers. It's Keith Kalfas. My other YouTube channel, The Window Cleaning Blueprint, just hit 27,000 subscribers. My other channel, which is the Deep Inner Game Content, I Am Ability, that just hit 5,300 subscribers. And then we have some other channels. But thank you so much. Let me know in the comments below if this inspired you in any way. If you need any personal coaching or consulting from me, it's keithkalfas.com/call. I also have online courses like how to monetize your message. You can get in for totally free on the email series that'll teach you. It's keithkalfas.com/monetize. If you want to learn how to hire virtual assistants to run your business and automate your business with you, I have a free email newsletter that'll teach you how to do all that. It's keithkalfas.com/VA Mastery. And then if you want to join my Untrapped Alliance private network, where we go live every other Wednesday night, and I'm teaching how to hire virtual assistants right now. I have 20 of them. You go to keithkalfas.com/alliance, ALLIANCE, keithkalfas.com/alliance. And then when you join that, you get access to all of the recordings and the replays. And then I'll see you live on Wednesday night's call. My Untrapped podcast just hit. It's hitting 1 million downloads right now on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can listen to that while you work. And then, with that being said, over and out. Thank you.